Welcome to today's deep dive. If you attach a Y splitter to a standard garden hose, the water pressure inevitably drops.
Right, exactly.
Okay, let's unpack this. How does a device pushing an 18 gigabit stream of raw 4K video perfectly split its signal without dropping a single pixel? Today, we're exploring the Avenview SPLIT-HDM2-T4K-2.
Yeah, our mission today is looking at the product specs to really uncover the hidden tech required for high-end video distribution.
And it's a lot of tech to cover.
It really is. I mean, we're looking at a device processing 4K resolution at 60 Hz with HDR, 3D support, and backward compatibility for 1080p.
Plus, it handles those high-end uncompressed audio formats, right? Like
Yeah.
Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio.
Exactly. And to keep that digital, water pressure identical on multiple screens, it requires an 18 gigabit per second transmission bandwidth.
Which is a massive 600 megahertz pipeline.
Right. What's fascinating here is the sheer computing power required to execute that lossless duplication in real time, all without compressing the signal.
Because a cheap analog splitter just bleeds a single signal down two paths, right?
Oh,
Which degrades it immediately.
Yeah, but this Avenview unit actively reads the incoming data and recreates the full 18 gigabit stream simultaneously for both outputs.
But pushing that much raw data creates a totally new problem.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, if 18 gigabits of raw data hits a display that is only built to handle like a fraction of that, the display basically panics.
You end up with severe flickering or resolution mismatches, or just a completely blank screen.
So the source device needs to know exactly what the screens can handle before it sends a single frame. It's almost like having an interpreter at the UN.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And that is exactly where EDID comes in, Extended Display Identification Data.
Right.
This splitter features active EDID learning, which acts as the critical bridge between your source and your displays.
Like exchanging business cards before a meeting begins. The TV hands the splitter a digital card listing its exact resolution capabilities and refresh rates.
And the splitter reads it, passes those parameters to the source, and then the video starts flowing.
But wait, how does that work when you plug a 4K TV into output 1 and an older 1080p TV into output 2? How does the splitter reconcile two completely different business cards?
Yeah, that's a common failure point in basic AV setups. Typically, a basic splitter reads the EDP from whatever is plugged into output 1 and just clones it.
So it tells the source, hey, we are outputting to a 4K screen.
Exactly. And if screen 2 is only 1080p, it simply won't be able to process that 4K signal and will stay blank.
Ah, okay.
To fix this, the EDID learning function negotiates a lowest common denominator resolution. It forces both screens to 1080p so both can function.
Wow. Managing those digital handshakes perfectly is really complex, which is probably why the device includes a mini USB port dedicated entirely to firmware updates.
Spot on.
Okay, so let's shift gears to the physical side. The specs outline a strict 5-meter, which is about 16 feet of distance limit when using standard 24 AWG high-speed HDMI cables.
Which surprises a lot of people.
Yeah. Here's where it gets really interesting. Isn't a 16-foot cable limit actually incredibly short for a complex AV setup?
It is short, but if we connect this to the bigger picture, it exposes the hard physical limitations of standard copper wiring.
Right, because copper naturally resists electrical current.
Exactly. When you push high-frequency information over a distance, you experience signal attenuation.
The electrical pulses literally start to blur together. The copper just can't carry that much dense information any further without the ones and zeros degrading into noise.
Yes, exactly. To maintain the integrity of that flawless, uncompressed 18 gigabit stream, you have to sacrifice physical distance.
Wow.
It proves that achieving true 4K at 60 Hz isn't just a software trick. It demands a tightly controlled physical environment.
So for anyone out there building a high-fidelity home theater or setting up commercial displays, you have to respect the physics.
You really do.
At $238.67, backed by a 3-year warranty, this device represents the uncompromising backbone required for true high-fidelity setups.
You're investing in massive bandwidth pipelines and active EDID management, not just a plastic connector. It highlights the invisible infrastructure making our displays function.
Right. It's a highly choreographed digital exchange happening 60 times a second, which leaves a rather provocative thought for you to mull over. If one small box needs an 18 gigabit pipeline and strict 16-foot limits just to split a local 4K signal,
Right.
what massive infrastructure hurdles are we going to face as the world inevitably transitions to 8K and beyond? We might need a whole new kind of hose.